My name is Pablo Remus.
My name is Tammy Moncrief.
My name is William Zakauskas.
Well, my name is Paul Remus.
I'm at the Dade battlefield site in Bushnell, Florida for World War II commemoration weekend.
What we're doing today is honoring our World War II veterans. This event was started approximately 20 years ago. I believe this is the 20th year, and it was a one-day event, and it was in August to commemorate VJ Day, the surrender of Japan. Because of the heat and because of attendance going down for the event, we decided to move it to March.
I'm with the Dade Pioneers, and I'm here helping out. My dad's helping run it, and I'm portraying an infantryman in the 1st Infantry Division during World War II around 1943. The 1st Infantry Division served all throughout the war. They've been around since the Revolutionary War, actually. And my grandfather was in it also, and I do reenacting to teach others about him and others like him, and also to honor him.
And I am doing a war worker impression. This would have been similar to a lot of the women who worked in any of the war industries. If you worked in the shipbuilding, if you worked in any of the aircraft facilities, anything like that, it would have been pretty much a similar getup. They preferred that the women, be somewhat feminine, but not so much as to be unsafe. There was always sort of a dress code that went along with it, and safety, like it is today, was always paramount.
World War II for me was the last, I don't know how this is going to sound, but the last good war. It was a clear-cut fight between good and bad. Everybody knew the atrocities the Nazis were committing, the Holocaust, the Jews that were going into the prison camps, the death camps. And it was more black and white, and so there was a good guy and a bad guy. Nowadays, everything seems to be kind of gray. You don't know if we're going in and fighting because we need to be there to do the right thing, or we're there because it's in our business interest. And like I said, I grew up listening to the stories of the war and meeting a lot of World War II veterans, and these guys gave up everything and went and fought and bled on islands in the Pacific and the snows of Europe, in the Aleutians, all over the place.
Well, today we have vehicles displayed for those that are enthusiasts when it comes to the older vehicles, Jeeps and trucks. We also have a reenactment. Now, there wasn't a battle here, but we do the reenactment to show people what the GI went through back in those days, and it kind of gives everybody some entertainment. Well, we'd like to see a larger crowd come out. Obviously, that helps us to plan for next year. We use the money for advertisement. And what I'm personally wanting to do is I met a gentleman that portrays George Patton. He does an excellent job, but he lives in Texas. That costs money. And he's willing to come out here at a discounted rate to portray Patton, but we're going to have to plan it for next year.
I always like to see more reenactors and more people selling uniform items. I like collecting things like that, and I have a really big collection at home.
We welcome the public. School, I would actually like to see a lot more kids out here. I would love to see any of the Scout troops, Girl Scout troops, church groups would be fantastic. If there were a lot more community participation, you know, groups which we could get together and kind of do a presentation for, I think that would be a good idea.
A lot of the historical reenactors are basically like mini museums. They collect the stuff, they research it. You talk to any one of these guys and they're going to be an expert in some aspect, whether it's the type of canteen they're carrying or their helmets or their uniforms or how many types of boots were produced during 1945, these guys will be able to tell you. Weapons displays, bayonets, firearms, it's just a fantastic show. It's really worth coming out to see.